Hello, everybody, and welcome.
Welcome to the first part of the Dancing with the Stars Season 25 finals. This is our discussion about it. If you're watching this live, we're going to have the chat, which Hannah's monitoring. So we're going to get some questions from there. We can talk about it with you guys. And if you're watching this after the fact, you can just comment down below and I'll answer whatever you want to say in the comments. So yeah, this is it. This is the second last episode of the season. And I would say it's the last voting episode, but there's a new thing happening tomorrow night where they're going to have more voting after the fusion dances and redo dances of dances they like. That was the same routine, not just the same style. So lots more dancing and voting to happen. I really don't know why there's more voting happening. I guess we'll find out if there's like an agenda or something, but we'll see.
We will. I did have a question about this because I feel like the press release was not very clear about this. Are their redo dances getting scored?
I don't know.
We don't know that information.
I would prefer they didn't. I don't want them to do that.
I agree with that, but I guess we'll see.
Because, like, what if they... I don't know. I think they might be getting scored. I'm not sure. But the fusions are definitely getting scored. Yeah, so tonight was a thing. I think this was actually a really pretty strong final.
It was. I think it was the strongest final we've seen in a while, which is really cool.
Yeah, like, so first up in this round, they did redemption dances, which was a new routine to a style they'd done before. Sometimes it's the same dance, they do it again, so I have to clarify. And then they did the freestyle. So for the first round, Drew and Emma did a paso doble, and they had Bruno as their judge helping them out.
They did. Dressed like a construction worker, no less.
He just walks in dressed like that. I think Mike on Twitter said he looked like like one of the guys in the Village People.
He did kind of.
YMCA guys.
Oh my god, that is entirely correct information. Yes.
When are we getting a YMCA freestyle? No, I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing for like somebody who winds up in the finals who's just like not like a David Ross type who just winds up in the finals and there's just like, I do not deserve to be here.
That was Tommy Tong's freestyle.
That would have been amazing. See, I now okay. You just gave me a headcanon. That would have been Tommy Tong's freestyle had he made it to the final four, and now we were officially robbed of that freestyle. But it's fine.
Well, I liked everyone in that final four. I don't know.
I did.
So this one was so the last paso he did was the action movie one, so it was mostly like doing action movie stuff and not really a paso. This one was like pure content. It was like a technical dance.
It was.
He had to really, if he didn't do well in this, it would have been a disaster because there's like nothing else to look at. It was just his technique. There wasn't a lot of like the extra factor.
Yeah.
Well, I thought.
Yeah, this was a very stripped back, very textbook paso doble. Very, I guess Blackpool was the word that Julianne used to describe something later in the night, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
But it was very technical. You know, there wasn't a lot of production involved, or at least not by regular standards anyway. No troupe members. It was just Drew and Emma. And I think there's been a lot of debate this season about who's been the most improved. And I will say the biggest change from week one to now is Drew.
Oh my god, like I remember week one watching him because like I'm really rooting him. Like he was one of the people I'm like really rooting on, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, like they're gonna be out, like they're gonna last a few weeks and they're gonna leave like week 4 or 5 and it's gonna be sad. And I'm like, oh my gosh, please. And then like week 2 it was like suddenly good and like up there there's been some bumps in the road, but like overall he's really improved and I'm just so happy like we actually got to see him in the finals.
It's amazing. It really is. You know, he almost made my preseason top 4, but I decided to scooch him out the last second before the show started. And at the premiere, I was glad that I took him out of the top 4 because he was not really good on the premiere. But I regret it. I do.
And
he ended up in the finals.
Blog kept him in his top 4, and I replaced him in my top 4 with Derek Fisher.
Oh.
Which no shade to Derek Fisher, but like. It's just the circumstances surrounding him because he left third.
I know.
It wasn't really his fault. So, like, I don't blame him. It's just, like, wow. Yeah, I had a really bad top 4.
Only 2 of my top 4 correct.
1. Although I had all 4 last season, so I didn't think it was going to be that good again.
That was amazing. But anyway, but yeah, this was really strong. Definitely one of Drew's strongest dances. Just the technicality was there. The choreography was there. Emma had a killer night tonight. It's almost a shame that they're not in the final 3. Not that they should be there by any stretch of the means, But it's almost a shame that they didn't wind up there because they had a really, really strong.
I think it might have like I don't know if I don't know because like they scored better than the person than someone else, right? Who made it there?
They
did they tie? Like
overall
both dances.
I have no idea. I have no clue.
I don't know. It was really close. And I think like he was more memorable than the other person who like didn't have a perfect night, we'll say, because like 2 people scored 80s. So like I don't know, like him in the final 3 might have like they would have had to like do some damage control tomorrow, I feel like, and like 7s and 8s on the fusion.
That would have just been cruel, really.
I was just so happy with Drew tonight. I was so proud of him. Frankie is next.
Frankie was next.
He did a foxtrot, a redemption foxtrot, with Carrie Ann helping him. And like there was this hype about her assigning him a solo, and then he just did this little turning thing at the beginning, and I'm like, that's it. But like it was a good dance. It was just like the build up did not work.
Yeah, when they said solo, I thought it was going to be like a real like kind of complicated solo, but it was just like that little bit at the beginning, like, oh, that was nothing.
That was going to be like Alfonso. You know when Alfonso's freestyle, they stop and he does a tap solo, except I was thinking that except for a foxtrot. Like I thought it was going to be this big band thing doing that, and then they didn't do that. But like, you know.
Yeah, I agree with that. But underwhelming solo aside, this was one of Frankie's best dances too. I thought he really brought it. I was impressed. I mean, he still is like weird. Like obviously he's not the most technically sound dancer. Like he has weird moments with his frame, like the hand thing when he just like throws it out there. But none of that really matters because America loves him. I love him. Most people love him. And he's here, and he's a great dancer, and I've loved watching him and Witney come this far. I think he had a good night, probably resonating with the crowd.
Because I'm thinking maybe, I'm not sure. I think this was the better dances of the 2. And the thing is, I feel like the redemption dances usually just get shoved to the side and no one talks about them. And like, it's all about the freestyle. So the redemption dance is just for points, like score points kind of. Like occasionally there will be one that's like, oh my gosh, wow. And then, yeah, but like, I don't know if like, I thought this was really good. I don't know if this was it, but this was his better of the 2 dances tonight. And that actually makes me worried for him because neither got a perfect score. And this was the redemption dance, not the freestyle.
I agree with that. My sister and I had a lot of feelings about his freestyle, but we'll get to them.
Yeah.
I agree that this was the better of the 2 dances, but strictly, I don't know what it was, but strictly based on the reaction he got after both of them, makes me think that he's going to break his way into the top 2 tomorrow night. Okay. Even though
How many points is he behind right now?
That's a good question. Let's find out. Hang on. He is, my good friend Wikipedia, always there for me. As soon as it wants to work. He is 4 points behind Jordan and Lindsay. He has a 76. How far was David behind Monty last season?
I don't know. But the thing is, I think the thing with this, like, this isn't the same thing to me. I mean, he could sneak his way in the top 2 because he's really popular. I think a lot of people are just considering that because, like, David did last season. But I think with Normani is that she was, like, probably getting, like, the 5th most votes overall, where it's the 3 that are in the top 3 are the 3 I believe have been getting the 3 most votes overall. So, like, it's kind of a different situation. Because, like, I don't know. I don't know. Also, their last season was based on 2 weeks, like 2 weeks worth of dances. Plus,
that is
5
true.
dances, that'd be plus a fusion. So it would be a very, very small margin. I don't know. And it's going to be a small margin tomorrow, especially if they're scoring the redo dance. But I'm not sure. Who do you think in the top 2 he would be?
Lindsay.
Really?
I think I have a lot of feelings about tonight, but obviously they might change if you're doing Facebook stats. If you're not,
I'm doing Facebook stats. I did one pre-show and during the show, and then I'm doing one after the show soon, and like it's gonna be totally different. And then I might have to combine them because it's intense.
I bet it is. I feel like my opinion will officially like materialize after I hear what you have to say via Facebook stats because
cool.
I'm sorry. No pressure on you or anything, but last year Facebook correctly predicted the placement of the top 3. So
yeah, I don't know. I was thinking he would get second up until a certain thing happened, then everyone flipped out later, which I think you know what that is, but we'll get to that.
Oh, we'll talk about it. But
Okay.
yes.
So the next one was Drew and Jordan and Lindsay. They had Charleston. I was debating all week because like the press release comes out and then there's two songs. It's Bad Man by Pitbull and Robin Thicke and Putting on the Ritz. And I'm like, hey, so they've said Putting on the Ritz is the freestyle, but like it's such a Charleston song and Bad Man isn't. Like, did they mess them up? Because they messed up people's styles this season. They messed up a few things. So I thought they might have messed up, but no. But they used the parts of Batman that did work for Charleston. So this was a very modern Charleston, and I don't know how much input Len had into it, but I would have been surprised if he had as much as some people thought he did, because like people were shocked he picked a Pitbull song. I'm not sure if he picked it.
I definitely don't think that Len picked it. The thing about the freestyle songs, I feel like most, if not all of them, are songs that we've heard on the show before. So they probably just were going through their, old songs that we've used on the show before, roster, and being like, oh, this is kind of Charleston-y. Here, Jordan.
Oh, for the redemption dances, you mean?
Yeah, for the redemption dances.
I think I kind of, I don't know. I think Drew's might have been used, and I kind of.
I Won't Dance is.
Yeah,
I Won't Dance has definitely been used before. I'm pretty sure Lindsay's has been used before. So
Lindsay's was like a different version of Sing 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 Sing, which has been used even this season for a quick step before. This was like
probably a million times.
And then I Won't Dance was a different version used. They might have used this one earlier in the series. And then Jordan's was used twice. It was like one of the theme songs of season 22. Like it was used a lot. Yeah. So I really liked this. I thought this was good.
It was excellent.
People were saying it like wasn't in the style, but I thought it was. Oh my gosh! What are you shocked? What?
Oh my gosh. Okay, here's the thing. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you are not going to get this.
What is it?
But so for those of you who do follow me on Twitter or on the DWTS Twitter, you know that if you follow Courtney from Pure on Twitter, you know that she was not the biggest fan of Lindsay and Mark tonight. So
oh my god,
I got very mad about it, and I decided that I was going to be a little bit petty because Courtney was really making me mad tonight. I'm a big Lindsay and Mark fan. They're who I'm voting for to win, and I made a new email account on abc.com tonight, and I decided to name it Courtney from Pure. So to make it look like, thank you for voting person, you voted for Lindsay and Mark. So thank you for voting Courtney from Pure, you voted for Lindsay and Mark. But that's not the thing that shocked me. The thing that shocked me was that I took a picture of that and I posted it on Twitter with the caption, I'm petty. And Shirley Ballas just liked it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
everyone is like, I don't know, I kind of want to tell everyone who's like follows by Shirley Ballas to DM her and tell her to drag Courtney, that Courtney's like bashing her son and his partner and like she needs to
oh
Can
my
you imagine? Like, okay, I want to make sure everyone's clear on this. Okay, everyone, I know we all want to drag Courtney. Wait till 11 a.m. tomorrow when voting's closed. Like,
yes.
If you're going to be online doing Dancing with the Stars related things, unless you're watching our podcast, and actually, while you're listening to us, because there's something really to watch, go vote. Like, go vote on other tabs or whatever, if you can, or another device. Just keep voting while you listen. And just keep voting instead of, like, don't be petty yet. Save the pettiness for the morning or the afternoon.
Yeah, save your pettiness.
You have all afternoon to be petty. You have, like, 10 hours between voting closing and the show starting tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
So use that time to be petty then. Just go vote right now. Like, keep voting. If the line's busy, keep voting. Although I think the calling's done for East Coast. So West Coast, if the line's busy, keep calling. Everyone else,
go vote.
Use your multiple email accounts.
Make more.
Just make more. Yep. Fake mail generator's a good site for that. Yeah, just go.
Just go.
Go.
Off with all of you.
And yeah, so back to Jordan and Lindsay's Charleston.
I'm so sorry, guys. We totally got off topic there, but that was like the best thing that's happened to me all night. Okay, yes.
What'd you think?
This was awesome. I really love this dance. Probably my favorite of the Redemption Round. Fabulous. He did amazing. And his first Charleston wasn't even that bad. It was just a bit of an odd song choice, but Lindsay still made it work regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And this was still a strong style for him then, and it's still strong style for it now. He is easily, I think he's the strongest dancer out of everybody. I think Lindsay is a very close second. but I also connect with Lindsay. I connect with both of them. Okay, I just really want both of them to win.
Oh my gosh. So I don't know. Like, this is hard. Whoever loses needs to come back for you know what we're going to be talking about at the end of this show and tomorrow too.
Oh yes. Oh yes, yes, yes.
Like, whoever those two loses needs to be back for that, which we will talk about soon. So the last dance of the redemption round was Lindsay and Mark. They did a quick step, and like I was scared they were gonna go kind of like, it's a big band song, so they would like kind of go totally nuts with it and like crazy things. But they kept it very traditional, which was good because I know they wanted to please Lynn. Because pretty much the main criticism for the last quick step was, yeah, you were out of hold a lot, and they didn't really critique any of her technique. So they really stayed in hold the whole time. I heard there was a mistake at the beginning. I don't know.
There was a weird moment where like I feel like she like went forward a little bit and lost her frame just a teeny bit like towards the beginning.
Yeah.
But I mean the judges gave them all 10, so I guess it wasn't that bad.
I don't
I'm
know.
no expert.
Maybe they didn't see. Maybe they saw the other side. I don't know. Yeah, like this was very traditional for Mark. He's been striking a balance this season, and like tonight really embodied that because like one was full on traditional and one was full on nuts, and this one was the traditional one, which I think is good. The redemption round, you want to keep that technique. It's redemption round's all about technique because everyone remembers the freestyle more.
Mm-hmm.
So redemption round's for the judges. So you got to please the judges, and they did that. So good for them.
I agree with that.
I think my favorite of the first round was Jordan, and then Lindsay, and then the other two.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, quick step's not like my favorite style unless it's like really like quirky. Or...
I love stuff when it's done perfectly. I love the jive too. I love all the upbeat ones. Like my two favorite quick steps were actually finale quick steps, like the redo, were Kelly
Which
Pickler's
one?
and Bindi Irwin's.
I agree with that. Both of those are phenomenal. I
Kelly
love
Pickler's is just like, oh my gosh, like I think Kelly Pickler's is my number one. It's just like goes all over the place in music, and it's a traditional quick step too. It's just like, oh my goodness, that's just an amazing dance. Like,
yeah, both of those are phenomenal.
So the freestyle round happened, and Drew and Emma were first.
And by the way, guys, we had a really good season of freestyles. Like a really...
Oh my gosh, 2 in a row, or 3 in a row that were really good. Because like we had a slump for a while, like between season 19 and then last fall started being good again. But then like 2021 and 22 were pretty much mostly boring, except for maybe 2 or 3 out of those whole seasons. And then like 23, like most of them really picked out, and then last season was good, and then this season was really like, I don't know, like I'm just happy the freestyle round's back, because like I don't know, because the seasons before like were ending like with a whimper, not a bang. So I'm glad they're back. So I really love this freestyle.
Oh my gosh, it was so good. Emma really outdid herself on this one. It was so perfect for Drew. It was so quirky and creative. And I love, oh my gosh, I yelled out loud at the moment where they like stopped like right in the middle of it.
That was like so old school, like, you know, on variety shows, because there's this, I've watched this thing, like, there's one I saw, Liza Minnelli on the Judy Garland show, her mom put on a happy face, she just like stops halfway and they have like a little bit and then they keep going. Like that seems to be like an old Hollywood thing. And like that's just like, I don't know, it's an old Hollywood trope, I guess, but like I felt like this night had a lot of old Hollywood into it, so like that was cool to like see in it. And then Max and Val come out.
Max and Val made their way in there. It was cute.
Like, why are they... See, so Val always does have to be in the finale. He does it. Well, he did a freestyle. He just didn't do his own freestyle. Probably for the best. But yeah, like this was just so good. Like it was very Charleston-esque. I don't mind when the freestyles are like Charleston or contemporary or jazz. When they're one of the ballroom or Latin dances, mostly, then it get kind of. But like I didn't mind this.
This was super cute. Super cute.
Like, I didn't even see where he went off time. I'll have to rewatch.
I didn't see it much either. I really didn't.
They try to an excuse to not give him a 40, because like Carrie Ann did the same thing with Victoria last week. She didn't really critique her and everything, and then it was a 9. But then, well, she critiqued Drew, but maybe she like made it up. I don't know. She missaw it. I don't know. It was just so great. I love this. Like this was amazing.
There's a good possibility. You know, I made this tweet last week. You know, I'm rounding up dances for my top 15 dances of the season. There's a good possibility this is going to make its way on there. It was just fabulous.
This is probably making mine.
Fabulous dance from Drew. Fabulous. Absolutely incredible. And Emma. Yes. Amazing choreography from Emma.
This was so good. So Frankie and Witney were next. This was probably the most controversial freestyle. They even showed in the package because Courtney from Pure. Like, see, this is why we stick with Courtney from Pure, because she says all these things and then she gives us the tea. So it's like, just can't quit you, Courtney. Anyway, so she said yesterday, I believe, yesterday morning, that Frankie and Witney lost about a day of rehearsal because they were trying to decide between this song, Run Boy Run, and then Yeah 3X from Chris Brown.
Yeah. And they did show in the package.
They did this one. And I'm kind of glad they did, because, like, the other one sounded like just so generic. I don't know. But, like, they did this, and it was very dark and whatever. And Frankie has been good at dark before, but I don't know why this just wasn't, like, there for me. Like, it was very... He looked hunched over. He's, like, I don't know, the intensity kind of swallowed him up instead of him doing it. Like, I feel like it should have just been him and Whitney doing it, and it would have felt like a battle between two or something. But, like, the troop there, it just kind of, like, took away. I did like the part where he was, like, doing, like, the thing, like, banging on that
sticks or something, swords or something.
Yeah, I hated the band's cover of this. Oh my gosh. And they've used this on the show in the past with the original singers, so I'm like, why are we doing this? I'm like, that was really distracting.
It was. I have a lot of feelings about this dance. Number one was the cover. Guys, we've used this song in the past, and we've used the original. We didn't need Ray True Live to cover this song. It was awful. The second one
to do with covering all the big band stuff. Like, that's what they're good for.
I know, exactly. Like, you could listen, just cover the 4 big band songs that we got tonight, and then leave the rest to the original recordings. That was it. That was all we needed.
Thank goodness they didn't do Bad Man.
Oh my gosh!
Imagine them trying to do Pitbull, and like Pitbull sitting there, and he's like, "What?"
Oh my gosh! Be like that picture that got posted today.
Hold up. He like comes in and like takes over.
Like, he's just like, just send it. I'll take it. I'll take it from here. But anyway, I haven't heard the other song. I probably should go listen to it that they were toying with by Chris Brown. Is it like a hip hop song, or what is it?
Yeah, you've probably heard it on like the radio or something before. Like, it's just one of those songs. It's like, I can't sing it.
It's like poppy.
Yeah.
It's like poppy and hip hoppy and
yeah.
Okay, that's what I kind of figured. And
yeah, so I don't know with this one. Like, it makes me worry for him tomorrow with this one, because like I don't think it was that memorable, and when it was, I remember in an awkward way and not like a really excited way. I don't know how everyone else felt about that.
Here's the thing about me. So, fun fact about me, everybody. I am one of the lone Bethany Moda fans in the Dancing with the Stars Twitter fandom.
There are actually a few.
There's a few
of them.
There's a few, but there's not a lot. And 2 of my favorite dances from season 19 were 2 of Bethany's dances, and they were, amazingly enough, her paso and her freestyle. And
they were both so good.
They were both amazing. And when I heard that Frankie had this song, I was just like, that's Bethany's paso song. When I saw what kind of the concept was, I'm like, that's Bethany's freestyle concept. Oh, great, we're going to get a merger of the 2. And I was a little disappointed because I didn't get that. Because I was really expecting this to be like, I'm awesome. Because I love Frankie, and I feel like he can really, really pull it out when when it suits him. And I was a little disappointed in this number. I was. I really, in a way, I kind of wanted this to be better than Bethany's dances, but it wasn't.
I mean, yeah, but then it wasn't. I don't know. He still has a lot to be proud of this season. I'm sure he's gonna kill it on the redo. He got a good package for this. Like, I think all 3 of the ones who are still in got winners packages, which we'll talk about at the end.
We'll talk about that too.
And that was to us on Twitter.
I think they had to.
And packages all season. Here they are.
Yeah, that was the other thing I wanted to mention really quick before we move on to Jordan, was the crowd after Frankie, I think, was the loudest cheers we heard tonight for, as far as like the audience was concerned. Like, I feel like they were loud after Frankie's freestyle and after Lindsay's freestyle.
Yep.
Which
so is Jordan getting Normani'd?
Is Jordan getting Normani'd? And just, I don't know, there was just something about the way the audience reacted after Frankie's dance that made me think, I think he's going to make his way into the top 2.
I feel like he is, but I feel like he isn't, and I don't know who he'd beat. Because, like, I would have said, like, earlier today, if you told me Frankie's in top 2, I'm like, hey, Lindsay's 3rd. And then, I don't know, tomorrow, like, they could fix it so Lindsay's 3rd. So I'm not saying that's not a possibility, but, like, based on tonight, I don't know. And I don't know. And a couple things made me a little nervous for Jordan. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking.
Jordan dance jumped over to Lindsay tonight, from what I saw.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
I'll
interesting.
get to that. Like, we're gonna deal with that. Speaking of packages and stuff, okay, so there's this package of like former winners, and you know what I'm about to talk about probably. So they're all saying all these nice things about the finalists, and then Alfonso comes on, and we already talk about how Alfonso and All Access this time about Jordan, like he's not genuine, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I feel like we talked about this last week a little bit, but go on.
Then, so anyway, so he's in this package, and he's like, Alfonso's like, yeah, he's the best technical dancer, but he needs a slice of humble pie.
And it was at that moment that I wanted to punch Alfonso Ribeiro straight in the nose.
Like I said, okay, so for that thing that we might be happening, that's been hinted at on Twitter, if Alfonso's in that thing, he's totally gonna be the first boot.
Yeah.
Like I said this earlier on Twitter, like the GP hates him now. Like they're sick of him.
Yeah, the GP is sick of Alfonso.
He's gone. Unless they Ginger Z him because he works for the network.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, okay, let's not think about that. Like, okay, honestly though, it's so funny though because like Alfonso, I've always loved Alfonso. I said his freestyle's my favorite of all time, and then it's something funny about the two freestyles we're about to talk about.
Might have chopped him.
They both kind of relate. Okay, so Jordan's didn't top it in my opinion, but it was like a lot like it.
This reminded me a lot of Alfonso's freestyle. This also reminded me a lot of Riker Lynch's freestyle. And both those freestyles
Jack
are
Osborne's and Donny Osmond's.
Jack Osborne, Donny Osmond.
Like the fifth freestyle like this. Or actually maybe the sixth. I think Rob Kardashian might have had something like that.
They were all kind of similar, but they all had but the thing about all of them is that they all kind of have their own unique spin. Riker with like the hip hop stuff included in it, Alfonso with the tap dancing and the Apache break. And with Riker, it was just stellar choreography just through the roof.
Yeah, and then Jack had like the foxtrot stuff, like doing crystal like actual ballroom, and then like Donny Osmond was just Donny Osmond. That's all he needed to be to win. So yeah, but like this, like I don't know, this didn't really have much for me that was like different. Though I did find it funny because like I'm sure he knows Alfonso's been like trashing him, so he's like, yeah, I stole your freestyle. Come at me. I mean, he didn't.
And did it better.
Like, no. I do kind of wish that he'd done if Badman had been the freestyle, because like I said, I was saying like Badman should be the freestyle for Jordan because like Putting on the Ritz is not like this big like because like Alfonso's song seemed big. Like Putting on the Ritz is more like Riker's song, which was like nice. Like it was the I Won't Dance, but it was like a remix, and like this was a remix of Putting on the Ritz, and it wasn't like this big epic song. I don't know. Like most of the winners have had big epic songs. Maybe he'll break that trend too. But like I don't know. This was I like this. This was my third favorite Lindsay freestyle. I'm sorry.
I liked this a lot. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it before I place it with the rest of Lindsay's freestyles. But I really
this beat out Alex for the record. The other it didn't beat the other two.
So
it
Calvin
just didn't feel innovative.
I mean,
Calvin's my favorite of hers, and then David's, and then this, and then Alex. But I feel like all the other ones were more innovative. Alex had the wall, Calvin's had the treadmills, and David had like all the process. They went from like they kind of did like a scene. Oh, it wasn't that innovative. It had bats and stuff, but it was like more than this. It felt different. Like this didn't feel all that different. And I think I don't know if they picked this knowing they had Charleston as their redemption dance, but if they did, I think that was a mistake.
I definitely see what you're saying, like for real. I mean, I really loved it, and I thought that it worked for them in the best way that it could have, because I don't know. I really love the choreography for this. I love the concept of it. I love this number. I thought it was the perfect freestyle for him. I think that the fact that he went in between Frankie and Lindsay might be hurting him a little bit. But
I mean, they did what I thought was fair, which was of the three front runners who we knew could have had a chance at winning. 2 weeks ago, it was Lindsay, Frankie, Jordan. Last week, it was Jordan, Lindsay, Frankie. And then this week, it was Frankie,
Jordan, Lindsay.
So, like, it was fair. So this just happened to be the week he got stuck between the two. So, and like last week, Lindsay struggled because she was stuck between the other two. So, and then, yeah, and then Frankie, I don't know. Yeah, I still think they have a good chance at winning tomorrow, just because they've built up a fan base, and they've done a great job. Like, I'm not saying, I just like, this may have been, I don't know, like I was nervous about this for them that they haven't really, they were topping themselves every week, and at some point it was gonna have to, something's got to give. Like, can't do anymore. I'm worried this was the week, and this was the wrong week for that to happen. I don't know. They could still
Yeah.
win tomorrow. Like, I think they're gonna do really well on their redo and I think they might do their drive for the redo, and then that was really good. And they might do their, I don't know what their fusion will be, but I'm sure it'll be great.
That's
So
true.
I think they could still win.
I agree with that.
And they did a great job tonight. I'm not saying that. I definitely like their Charleston better than their freestyle though.
Right. I would have to go back and watch to see which one I like better. I think freestyle. It does
I
kind of
like
make
their
me.
freestyle a lot. I don't know. It's just, I guess maybe compared to something else that we're about to talk about, it just kind of faded. But anyway, here we go. Last dance of the night. This was like, okay, this is the one I said in relation to Alfonso. This might beat Alfonso's for my favorite freestyle of all time. I have to mull on it because like recency bias.
Right.
Again, survivor term. But yeah, this was just wow. Like this was like, I was like nervous. Like I was like, okay, this is potential to be so good. Like I thought they were gonna do a little hip hop with the and then the violin a little bit in whole. I'm like, yeah, okay, so this is gonna be good. Like this might be Emmy worthy. I don't know. This was like amazing.
It was.
They did like the conductor thing.
It was.
Wasn't even just like,
oh man, go finish.
this is what a freestyle is supposed to be. This is what you do. It's about your celebrity, and it's about creating like even like a character for them, or like just showing who they are in like a new way. And like this really did that, and this had like everything in it. Like I was glad they did the medley with like the down dirty hip hop song, or sort of, and then not really down and dirty, I don't know. And then the other one, the more classic one, with the epic tone, is just. I don't know if she was really playing her violin, but either way, even holding the violin like that way while dancing and like being flipped around, that was amazing.
A part of me thinks that she was actually playing the violin because like the moment like she cut off, like the violin cut off. It was so either she practiced like cutting off exactly on time, like with the track violin, or she was actually playing it. I'm gonna believe she was playing it until somebody proves me wrong.
Okay,
so
I guess I'm sure people will be like looking at it and like proving, oh, she didn't play it. Like people will be like looking for evidence. But like I think, hey, I was really scared last week for them because like they had like 2 weeks in a row where they were getting like, lower scores. And I know I actually really liked the Paso from the Halloween week, but she was hurt and everything. And then the other 2 weeks she didn't get any 40s, and I'm like, okay, I'm scared now. And then even like earlier tonight, I'm like, okay, I think people are saying she had been saying the quick step. Like even though she got a 40, and then this came out, and like this came at the right time. This was amazing. I want this to get a nomination for an Emmy. This deserves it.
I definitely think it does. I think a lot of
This
Marco's
on its own could get
deserves.
one, I think.
I feel like it
match
could.
with other stuff too, but like this on its own is amazing enough for one, in my opinion. I don't know if it'll win an Emmy just because there's a lot of good stuff going on, but like this was just so good. Like I don't even know how to describe it. Like it's not contemporary, it's not hip hop. It's like it's just them.
It is Mark Ballas. It is Mark Ballas and
Ballas
Lindsay Sterling.
Like this was like, oh my gosh, this was amazing. Like.
It
like,
was.
I just gotta watch it again. I was like, oh my god! I like whispered that when I was watching it, and I was like crying. Like, oh my god, this was like.
This was a stellar number. This is what we want when we talk about amazing freestyles. And everybody else had great freestyles tonight, but this won the round for me personally. And
this was my favorite, and then Drew's, and then Jordan's, and then Frankie's.
I'll be completely honest with you guys. Before tonight, I'm still unsure as to who's winning, but I thought the freestyle was really going to matter this season. In past seasons, it hasn't really mattered that much. But I feel like in this season, it really, really matters in determining the winner. I think Lindsay's going to win tomorrow night, strictly based on her freestyle.
I don't know. The thing is, like, this is still Dancing with the Stars modern. This is still you going on tour. Oh, hey, look, you also won the Mirabelle Trophy era. So, like, that's the reason why I'm kind of skeptical. If this was an old school season, if this was like season 10, season 9, yeah, they'd win. I'm just not entirely sure. There's also another thing I want to talk about, which was the fact that 3 people got winners-esque packages, and some things were said that were controversial in them. Again, Courtney from Pure. So.
Carry on. Get it started, girlfriend.
So we heard from Jordan, and I'm glad we heard these from Jordan and Lindsay, the celebrities, because like I don't like it when the pros do this. They talk about how they want their pro to win, because Jordan's pro, Lindsay Arnold had never won, and then Mark, like, Lindsay Sterling's pro Mark, too many Lindsays, sorry, had only won twice, which, yeah, that was annoying, but, I mean, according to Heidi from Pure, that, like, the math works out, because out of how many seasons, how many times they'd won, like, Mark's had the lowest average other than Lindsay. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like that they said that, but, like, it wasn't, like, a shitty thing to say, like Courtney was. Like, the only person who had a shitty thing to say was Alfonso.
I wholeheartedly agree with that sentiment.
Like, no one trashed each other. Like, I know there was, like, other packages in the past where they're, like, shading people for dance experience. And I know Lindsay said she's the only... There's the other thing was, like, Lindsay saying she's the only female who's not a professional dancer left. And I know because last week, they were talking about her not being a professional dancer, but, like, I'm guessing that was because of the celebrity professional dancers that were female. I don't know what else it could have been. It was just a very weird thing to say, but, like, it wasn't bad.
You know, I feel like Lindsay Sterling's the kind of person that's just kind of awkward and just doesn't like, and tries to, like, make everything make sense. And, like, if she said, you know, I'm the only female left, she probably thought, well, that doesn't make sense because all the other guys, they have female partners. She should have said, I'm the only female celebrity left. But instead she said professional dancer.
That's me though.
Yeah.
Well, she should have said I'm the only female celebrity left dancing, but I think she just said that on the spot. But, like, she didn't trash anybody. Like, they're not going after each other. Like, and neither are the two pros. I haven't heard Lindsay since early in the season, and I haven't heard Mark say I haven't won yet, or I haven't won in how many seasons. Mm-hmm. So, like, it's fine. Like, if Mark had come up there tonight and said I have only won 2 mirror ball trophies, it's like I probably would have not voted for them, or I would have really considered not voting for them after that.
Right.
That would have been crap. But, like, I'm glad the celebrities are saying it. Like, I think I might have mentioned this in a thing before. But, like, if you're hurting or if you have a problem, get your partner to talk about it so you're not seen as whiny.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, a thing.
I agree with that. And here's the thing. For me personally, when was the last time Mark won? Was it with Sean back in season 8?
Season 8. Yeah,
season 8.
Christy won season 6.
What year was that?
2000. I want to say 9.
2009. Yes. That was like 8 years. That was like 8 years ago.
8.5 years.
It was 8.5 years ago.
It's been 10 years this season since Sabrina, so yeah.
Yeah,
Sabrina's
so
original.
It's been like 8 years since Mark won. And truth be told, I don't see much of a difference between Jordan saying, I want to win this first mirror ball for Lindsay. I don't think that there's much of a difference between Lindsay saying, I want to win this mirror ball for Mark. It's been 8 years. It's been a long time. And by the way, since then, Mark has been robbed several times.
Yeah. And Lindsay's kind of been robbed. Lindsay got robbed once, but that was really at the finals because, like, he was going to come in third. But, like, I mean, it was still bad and he deserved it. But, like, Mark's been robbed of the win, like, a lot.
He has. And and by the way, this isn't to say, you know, Jordan doesn't deserve this as much as Lindsay, because I think that Jordan and Lindsay both equally deserve this win. But there's really no difference between both of them saying, I want to win this for my pro who has either never won before or hasn't won in a really long time. There's no difference between the two saying that. And I have no idea why Courtney decided to come after Lindsay for saying that. It just
I don't want to make this like the analyze Courtney video, but apparently she, like, trashes whoever is a threat to her favorite every season. And, like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, she trashed I don't know who she trashed. I don't know. She went after Val with Lori and Val's season. Last season she trashed Normani as a person.
Which is stupid. I don't even know why we continue to listen to her opinions. I am here for the tea and the tea only.
They gave her crap for she said she should have been, like, telling her fans to shut up about something. It's like, I think Fifth Harmony's kind of scared of their fans, to be honest. Or Normani and Allie are. The other two are kind of, like, leading the crusade inadvertently. I don't know. I still love them. But, like, yeah, like, so I kind of explained that to her and she kind of backed off. But, like, I don't know. Like, she's kind of, like, I don't know. I take what she says with a grain of salt. Like, I was teasing her. Like, I teased her earlier tonight. She said, she's like, oh, Lindsay fans, you better be voting and not like arguing the end. I'm like, oh, we're such pros in it now. We have one hand on the phone and one hand on the Twitter.
one hand on Twitter and one hand on the computer.
I wish I had taken, like, a photo of that. Like, just like, yep, it's Dancing with the Stars. You know, it's Dancing with the Stars finale time when.
When you got to fight, like, people on Twitter, but
I don't know. You just got to defend your favorites. But again, wait till 11 a.m. and then go lose, because that's around when the power rankings are going to be up. And she says she still thinks Jordan's winning, which, I mean, I'm not saying he's not, but, like, you have to entertain the possibility of Lindsay winning at this point.
You do.
Like,
You do.
I was really scared. I was about ready to give up, and then the freestyle happened, and I'm like, okay, back in. And I feel like that's a pattern a lot of winners have had.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree
people
with
were saying
that.
that about Rashad. I remember still thinking Rashad would win last season. I was kind of nervous around week 8, and then week 9, I thought, okay, he probably is gonna win. And then like people were saying, no, he's not. And then the next week happens, winner, because he had to come back, and that was where actually his first perfect scores. So kind of like Lindsay. Lindsay had won before. Yeah. So any other thoughts on tonight? There's one random thing I saw. Sorry.
You go first.
Okay. One random thing I saw, and this was kind of sad. I don't know. Victoria and Val invited a person who has some sort of health issue to come watch them in the finals this week. And I saw a photo of Victoria took a picture of them sitting with her in the
Aww.
audience. I hope they're back. I hope this person's back watching tomorrow.
I hope so
Like,
too.
Victoria's gonna dance again.
I hope so. That would be really nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we forgot to say who got eliminated.
Drew got eliminated, but we've been new.
Fine with it. Like I think he was cool.
He's cool. He's fine.
And Frankie got called last safe again, which I was surprised by. I thought for sure it was gonna be Jordan, Frankie, Lindsay, and then Drew goes home.
Yeah.
So anyway, what are your thoughts?
Overall, right now, I think Lindsay's winning tomorrow night. I think Frankie's coming in second, and I think Jordan's coming in third. This is not what I want to have happen. This is not what I want, but that's just my thoughts right now, based strictly on freestyles. But they will change as soon as I hear your Facebook stats.
Again, those are probably coming up tomorrow morning because I have to work I have like a longer than usual shift tomorrow. Although I'm gonna be back well on time for the finale, but I'm gonna be gone like all afternoon. So I'm gonna like do it in the morning and like post in the morning and I'll be like, okay, I'll do the Curious Cat stuff after. Oh, and speaking of Curious Cat, I announced earlier today, like I announced last week, I have an announcement. I figured out what finally the details of that, or more of the details of that. So I'm gonna announce it when I get to 14 questions on Curious Cat. 14,000. And no spam. Not that people have been sending me it, but like I don't want like one letter just to say it was like counts. And I'm like, I think I'm less than 200 away. So everyone keeps sending me questions. And so once I've gotten 14,000 answered, I will post my announcement, which I think is going to end up coming on Wednesday because tomorrow is just going to be insane. So yeah.
Tomorrow we have a lot to talk about tomorrow. But yes, as far as that, those are my predictions for tomorrow night, minus the Facebook stats. As soon as I see your Facebook stats, they're going to switch them up because last year Facebook stats correctly predicted the placement of the top 3.
It was Rashad as Pac-Man. It was so funny because Rashad was yellow, and he's Pac-Man. I don't know if we're gonna have a Pac-Man this season. Although Frankie is yellow, so maybe he will be.
We'll see. We shall definitely
I don't
see.
think anyone has to be Pac-Man. Some trends I've noticed without really taking any stats. I was taking stats pre-show and during the show, and it was Jordan then Frankie. Lindsay kind of falling behind. And then after the show, I haven't taken stats yet, but I've mostly seen Lindsay. I've seen people saying they were voting for Jordan all season, which I think you were, right? And now voting for Lindsay.
I was voting pretty steadily. I was pretty steadily splitting my votes between the two of them until about Halloween week, and then I started mainly voting for Lindsay.
Oh, I thought you were going for Jordan. I've seen other people do it. I've seen other people say, I'm voting for Jordan probably. And like, I'm voting for Jordan, that's who I want to win. And then someone's like, okay, Lindsay should win. Lindsay's got to win. Like, Lindsay had the best freestyle in the history of freestyles. She should win. And it's like, I'm not mocking that opinion. I'm just saying.
You know.
Because, like, the hyperbole happens every season, so it takes a while for us to, like, reflect and then really decide what was the best freestyle. But, yeah, this was, their freestyle was definitely top 10 of all time. Probably higher, in my opinion. I'm probably going to rank my favorite freestyles either tomorrow or later in the week. And then I think that's going to be on there. I don't know how many I'm doing, whether it's going to be 15 or 20. Drew's might end up on there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the other two will. But yeah, this was just like, oh my gosh, like that freestyle was like...
It was phenomenal.
Like,
far and away my favorite thing from tonight.
I was hyping up it too much, and then it exceeded my expectations. Like, wow. Like, this
Absolutely
was like Rashad and Emma's. I don't know.
But yeah, so that's just my thought. Those are just my thoughts.
I think we should probably sign off soon. Did we have any questions in the chat? If anyone wants to ask us, we gotta do that now.
We had absolutely nothing in the live chat tonight. Come on, guys. There's 11 of you watching. I see it.
So we're going to do another one of these either tomorrow or Wednesday. I'm not sure if tomorrow's going to be a good time because it does end an hour later than usual.
Right. It ends at like 11, and I do have to work very early on Wednesday morning.
Yeah, so we're not going to do it Wednesday. So we can discuss the GMA as well. We're going to do it Wednesday maybe around 10 o'clock because I gotta watch my Survivor and listen to my radio show and all that. Like,
let me see.
Yeah, we'll do, is 10 o'clock okay?
Wednesday.
We don't need to. Well,
10 o'clock at night or in the morning?
Night.
Let me see. Wednesday's date is the 22nd.
It's the day before Thanksgiving.
22nd. If I rush home from work, I should be able to do it because I get off.
We can do it later. We can do it at 11.
That should be fine.
You have that day. I'm not working Thursday. And
neither am I.
Thanksgiving. Yeah,
I do.
You're obviously because you're Thanksgiving.
Like, I'm American. I'm American.
Yeah, and for some reason we have Black Friday here in Canada now, where malls open at 8 a.m. and like no one has the day off, and I'm like, why?
Oh my gosh.
I'm working some of I don't have to work that early, but I have to work Black Friday on Friday, so yeah, I'm working. I'm working then too. So yeah, Wednesday night should be good. We'll be like, we'll hear Alfonso's thoughts, I'm sure, to discuss by then.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But until Wednesday.
I gotta go. Maybe Zoe will make an appearance tomorrow.
Wait, then, yeah. I have somebody who can make an appearance right now. Come here, kitty. Come here, kitty. This is my cat, everybody.
What's his name again?
His name's Oliver.
Oliver.
His name's Oliver, and he's a good boy. He's very old, though. He's like 12.
Oh.
But he's in good.
Than Rosie was, so she might have some time left.
Yeah. Oh, he has plenty. He is in good shape for a 12-year-old kitty cat. Yes, he is.
Good boy.
Yes, he is, Oliver. He hates me right now, but it's fine. He's mad. Oh, yeah. It's fine.
What was I gonna mention? There was one more thing I wanted to mention. Oh yeah, that thing that's getting announced tomorrow. So we found out today Dancing with the Stars Junior is not happening, which we were kind of suspecting, but I didn't think anyone was gonna replace it. But it is, because we're getting a 4-week spin-off of something. And I heard in the clip, there was a clip they were playing in the rehearsal for the show, a special all-blank season. So I'm thinking either All-Stars or All-Winners.
I think we're getting an all-star season, like a mini all-star season in the spring.
So, like, I'm wondering who could be on it. I'm sure Alfonso's going to be on it, and I'm sure he's going to be first boo, and then, like, have to try and smile, and he's going to shade everyone for the rest of the season. So, lucky it's only 4 weeks. I think they're doing this because, like, you know, I didn't think Dancing with the Stars Junior was going to be a full-length season because what's happening is The Bachelor is doing winter games during the Winter Olympics. It's like paradise, kind of. I think they're stopping The Bachelor airing halfway through to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be the Bachelor stuff's going to be ending later. So they're going to take like off a month before Bachelorette starts, and then they're going to do the Dancing with the Stars little thing in the middle. And then next fall is season 26. So I think this will be good. A lot of the pros, like I'm sure some pros will be involved, some pros will get a break. But even then, it's like a shorter season, gives people time to recharge, it gives them time to cast really good celebrities for season 26. I think this will be good. Like, I'm looking forward to it.
Me too, as long as it's like a special all-star season or something. And here's the thing that, really quickly, I had this thought today. You know, Dancing with the Stars does not end tomorrow night. It really doesn't end until March because we still have an entire tour to get through.
Yeah, are you doing tour on what day are you going?
I am going on tour. I have regular seats. I'm going with my friend Bethany, and we're going on January 28th, which is a Sunday.
End of January, we might be back to a chat because I'm going early in January.
Perfect.
January 7th, possibly also the 6th. So
mark your calendars now, late January. We're going to be back and talking about tour.
So yeah, I'm just so happy about tonight. I think I'll be okay no matter what happens tomorrow, as long as like nothing disgusting happens.
I agree with that. You know, all three of these.
I'm still scared of disgusting things gonna happen because like I've been waiting for it all season. I'm like, and especially because voting's happening tomorrow, so I'm like, what are they gonna show? What are they gonna air? So yeah. But like I'm cautiously optimistic. It should be pretty good, and I gotta log off now. So any last thoughts?
Nope, guys, go vote for your favorites. have a good show. We're going to show good sportsmanship, everybody, tomorrow night.
Yes, no good sportsmanship, no being petty. Whether your favorite wins or loses, don't be sore about it.
Yes, exactly. Bye. I agree with this. Bye.